Now we'll want to update the content of the website, your text. You'll want to add that to all of the pages of the website. So click on the page you're working on in the left-hand bar and then hit edit in the top left. And now you're in the editing field of the website. You'll hover over any section that you're working on. You can see that the box is being highlighted in a thick blue outline. And then in the top left of that box, it's showing me what that box is. So I can click on it and then click again over the text. And then you'll see I've got my blinking cursor. And so I can just type right here and add my text. From there, I'll just highlight something, delete it. You've got lots of options here. So you'll want to notice that with this editing box that's appeared above the text box itself, you'll see that you have, if you drop this down over here on heading 4, you have 4 different sizes for that heading font, and then you have 3 for the paragraph font. And so you'll want to utilize the different sizes of the headings and the paragraph throughout the page, or just kind of utilize the outline that I have provided with this template and then just change out the text that's here. Just keep in mind, you only want to have one heading 1 per page, and that's for the search engine side of things. It's important to only have one heading 1 on each page of your website. From there, as you're working with the text, I'll scroll down to show you a paragraph, and that will kind of be a good example here. So I'll just highlight something. You can bold, you can italicize. Over here, this circle, if you click on it, that's going to pull up your site palette. And so if you wanted to make some words pop off of the page with a different color, you can do that. Over here, this is a great example of a text box that has a scale text, and that's the A with the arrows on either corner of the A. And the scale text means that this text is being scaled to the width of the text box. If I click it again, you'll see that the text gets smaller, and that's because it's reverted to its size. Instead of when I click on the A, it's expanding to the width of the text box. And so you can still change out the words, but it's going to respond to just changing the size of those words and the letters based on the width of the box itself. And so that's how we've created that effect with the inhale and exhale. And you can utilize that in different spots on the website if you'd like. Another feature that you might want to use is the A with the squiggle underneath. This is a highlight feature, so if you click on it and then underneath text here, you'll see there's some different styles for a highlight. You can have a circle, an underline, a highlight over here. You can X out some text. So there's lots of different options to choose from. You can click on one, change out the color, change the thickness here. You can turn on an animate feature, or you can just remove it. And so that is something that you might want to add to your website and is available to you as you edit any text. You can also link some text, change out the justification, whether it's centered to the left or to the right. You've got the option for a bulleted list, a numbered list, and that should about do it for what you will utilize with the text boxes and those features there. One other thing on this website that you might utilize, and you'll see that if I just hit exit and exit here, on some of these pages, like the pricing page, these are, let's see, the pricing page, if I hit edit, this is just a text box with a shape behind it. But on some of the, on the about page. So under our studio, if I scroll down, there's a value section here. So if I hit edit, this is also a text box, but if I click on it and hit this little style background that's next to the pencil, that is meaning I have added a background color to the text box. And so you can see this is green, that's toggled on. That means there is a background color. If I toggle it off, you'll see it disappears. So I'll toggle it back on. You can change the background color, add a stroke, change the stroke color, and then the thickness here, you can change that. You can also round the corners and change out the padding for the top, right, or the bottom. And so just wanted to show you that text boxes can also have colored backgrounds, and I did use that in a couple spots on the website. And so just to be mindful, if you wanted to edit the color of that background for the text box, just click it once and then hit that little icon that's the little paint bucket with a dropper next to it.